Hello, gentle listeners. Welcome to the Chilling Podcast. I'm your host, Emerald Zachary Chu. I hope you all have a good new year. Sure, Halloween is over and has passed, but that doesn't mean we can't have a few horror here and there again. And today, I am joined by Laviana and Sarah, who have their own stories to tell. Please, after their stories are told, please share what you thought about it. Okay, Laviana, you can begin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lavina and I'm here with my story. It was back in 2017 when I was helping taking care of my grandma at the hospital. At that time, I was sort of a quite skeptic about the supernatural and thought that all is well until one afternoon while waiting for the elevator, I noticed there was an uncle wearing uh, the patient's clothes. I was alone with him that time, and through all the trips I've made to the hospital canteen, it's always with him at the same elevator while getting in and out of it. So at first he seems friendly, so I thought nothing of it. Um, and this is when I started sensing something was really weird and probably even scary. Because every time I wait for the elevator and then when I return from the canteen to the same elevator again and again, it was always him at the very back corner of it. And this whole time, I noticed that he kept looking at me, but never say anything. So there's one time I tried again, and this time I take much longer time to at the shop, thinking that he might like go away after a few times of meeting me and such, probably to his own work. I didn't even see him at the canteen, even though we went to the same way, and I took the stairs this time, and to my surprise he was there waiting. He just smiled at me like a like a creepy smile, the one that you usually saw from like a psycho person or something. But he didn't even say anything. When I walked past him, like pretend not to even look at him. He just stand there, just following my every move, just his eyes following my every move. And around I think it was late evening when I go to the canteen again. This time for buying some more snacks for because I was also studying for my PT3 that time. So I always had to have some snacks, and I went to the canteen again and he was there waiting outside of it. I didn't dare to go inside. So I just returned to the ward. While walking there, while I'm on the way back to my grandmother's ward, I just felt like something kept watching me, like I was being followed. And so I returned to my grandmother's bed, taking care of her. And just before visiting hour ended, I was, packing up some things that needed to be bring back home. And just as we leave, trying to, as, just as we about to leave the ward, he's standing there, right in front of the ward. And so I tried to ask the nurses there and even the doctors. I asked if they have seen this uncle around during that time, and one of them just, well, not one of them, all of them says that, is it all of them? Most, actually. Most of them says that nope, there is no one by the door. And But and then one of the janitors who was working her rounds that time says that just pretend you don't see him. It's probably best if you ignore him completely, because then afterwards I learned from the janitor that he is actually he's been around that hospital for a very long time, so it was unknown whether he was actually already passed away or he's just a long time patient there, which is scary because to think that he could be frolicking around even late evening. So I think that was the first time I started believe in supernatural, because before that I don't really believe that ghosts are around. But it was this one incident, and starting from that day, I've been getting a lot of other experiences regarding the supernatural. And yeah, this was the first paranormal experience I have had, and I don't doubt that it's going to be my last. But this one is by far the scariest for me, because even if it's just a patient, but to think that this man has been trying to stalk him, it's scary enough, because I was a minor back then, and to think that there to because I wasn't really sure what it was that happened back then, only to came to process and realize it just recently. And yeah, I've been trying to find the uncle again recently, around this year perhaps, or maybe was it last year. I came to the hospital again just to try it out, and he's not there anymore. Even the, and the janitor said she found out that he actually had already passed away the last year before this incident happened. So yeah, I guess that was my story. And so what do you guys think about it? Are you guys were you guys a skeptic also, or do you guys believe in the presence of the paranormal? So this is what we can ponder on for my story. Oh, so based from what I saw in the YouTube on the YouTube live right now for the live chat, Eleanor's Hunter commented that he thought that it could be a pedo stalker, and yeah, I agree with it. It's even scarier than seeing a ghost, because we don't know what might happen. So what do you guys think?
It's so, thank you for sharing your story, Laviana. It's quite nostalgic a story because it brings back memories of that one. My time going to the hospital with my grandma. It's it's really scary, like what Liana said, especially because we don't know if it's an actual pedo or that one supernatural haunting. Uh, but do your uncle, any other family members or your friends experiences at the hospital?
Um, I think back then, I didn't see anyone around him. It's just him. And wait, according to the live chat, someone asked if I've seen his face. Yes, it was clear as day. And the funny thing is, I didn't. And yeah, I seen him. Like I seen his face. So it was very clear, and I still remember it to this day. So I was actually about right now. I'm trying not to think hard about it, and I really would love if anyone could help me forget his face because clearly it was kind of traumatizing for me because I'm quite a scaredy cat actually.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm also scared of elevators. Like like arc facing that. I'm also scared of elevators, especially in the hospital. Well,
Yes.
it looks like our one of our group members have something to say.
So for
So,
me, yeah, Sarah can start first.
okay. So, Lavina, did you see the face of the uncle? Have you seen the uncle's face?
Yes, as I said earlier, very clear. I can definitely see every detail back then because I was quite
Um,
observant of people's face. So it's hard to get it out of my memory right now.
oh, yeah. Sorry, feel sorry for you. Yeah, Nakib, you can continue if you want to ask anything or.
No, but I'll still want to mention that, like my mom, I can say like, when he do a night duty, he make document on this one room. What does she call it again? Like I don't know, but it's like an office for the night duty. So that one time I actually go with her because one of what I can say like her teammate couldn't come that night, so I was quite paranoid with other sounds and stuff. So I can say my mom say just like ignore the stuff and the things that you hear when you're working with me. You can go sleep at the back while I'm doing my work. So I did just that, and I don't know. That time I think my mom doing a patrol around the night, like going to the work and report stuff to the other what do you call ah like the other nurse. So I was alone in the room and I suddenly wake up. That time I was I can say I was totally scared for it's like 20 minutes like that. I heard some stuff and my mom said just ignore it, and I did that until my mom come back and I just punch on her back and keep keep going near him so I wouldn't miss my mom when he go out again. And yeah, that's my sorry for that one. Pass back to the Emiran. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story, Nakib. Momorui said yes. He asked Laviana, was it night at the time when you saw his face, or was it morning or afternoon?
Alright, so I've seen him like a lot of times already, and it was both during the day and night. So yes, I see his face both times. Very clear. I mean, if I could paint, if I can draw, I would definitely draw him because it was very clear and very vivid. All right, so I
I
see that
see.
MKM Doc is asking that maybe they are trying to prove us that they are real. So my answer is it is quite subjective because it depends on each individuals. Because I was a skeptic at first until I experienced it myself. So I think it's a question that you ask yourself whether you believe it or not.
Thank you very much for sharing your story, Laviana. Is there anything else that you guys want to ask? If not, then we will be moving on to Sarah Sofina.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I am here. I'm Sarah, and get prepared with the story. This is also one of the experience that I've ever had in my life, and very much unforgettable, I must say. And the title for this story, of course, The Infinite Road to Santubo. This story, it happened when I was like 12 years old. It was like 7 years ago. Yeah, I'm old now. Anyways, I was selected as one of the primary school's representative, along with like three more students, to participate in a curricular activity, which was held in Kuching. We went there for camping, and the story actually happened during the trip, not at the camping site or anything, but it's like during the trip. And I found that it's very sketchy, and till this day I'm traumatized. So this story is actually it took place at Friday, I think, that time. And you guys know Friday is a very very mysterious day, I must say. It's a very blessing day also, but very mysterious. Everything happened that day is very captivating to me. And yeah, so actually we went there with a bus. There's like 20 people in that bus, a representative from Cebu, from every school in Cebu. We went to the Pusat Curriculum Negeri Sarawak in Kuching, and the trip took like 7 to 8 hours to finally arrive at Kuching because at that time the road is very bad, traffic jam, very very much obstacles like bad weather. There's like thunderstorm at the time. It's very scary, considering that we are going there by bus, of course, and people who go there very fast. They drive very fast. Yeah, and of course we were escorted with one teacher, with a teacher with us that escort us there. But yeah, after we actually arrive at Kuching, I think at time at dawn, around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. like that, we arrived at Kuching. That time the traffic is very bad, I must say. The weather is very bad. The thunderstorm, we cannot see anything. It's dark. But yeah, we still continue to the trip to the Pusat Curriculum Negeri Sarawak. It took like 30 minutes to go there because the area is very isolated. It's deep in the forest near the Mount Santubong, which is why it is very far away and very isolated, you know. And there are like several houses, like housing areas, but it's quite old type of houses, I must say. And the road there is quite scary because it's nighttime. Of course, it's scary, it's foggy and everything. But this is the actual thing that happened there that I'm going to tell you guys. So the bus driver, it was supposed the trip was supposed to take like 30 minutes from Kuching city to the area. Only 30 minutes, right? But this time, it took like 2 hours, like solid 2 hours, until the bus driver mentioned to us that we might get lost at that time. And of course, we were panicking, but the teacher, she managed to calm us down. She told us to calm down and everything, and asked if the bus driver have ever like experienced going there on this road. And the bus driver, of course, he said, yes, I've been here multiple times. I've been here multiple times, but I've never have this kind of long journey to get to this place. And very questionable, of course, very confusing, very scared at the same time when the bus driver said that. And he mentioned that we might get lost. Of course, we are panicking, we're scared. But he said the thing is that he said the reason why he thinks that we got lost at that time was because the road keeps on repeating, and that's why this story is called the Infinite Road to Santuro. This road is like repeating all the time. I must say I also realized about it. I also saw that the road is like repeating and everything. I was so confused at the time, even though it was so dark. I mean, you can literally see how the trees are the same, like the the road are like the puddles, everything is the same. We can feel it. You have the feeling of the thing is repeating. So we went on a loop for like 2 hours like that until the bus driver started to pull over and tried to get that like some help, emergency help and everything. But the thing is, there's no connection. There's no signal or everything. Even the emergency call is not there. Like it cannot be accessed. Cannot access the emergency call. We tried to call the police or someone to help, but no, there's cannot get access to it. And after that, for like 10 minutes after that, at the we at times we did encounter a lighter from a motorcycle, and that motorcycle is like it's a an old man. An old man. He he looked at us and he was like he pulled over and asked us what happened and everything, and then we said that we got lost. And he offered to help us and everything. Yes, we agreed to get the help because we don't have any choice. That's the only help maybe that we can get. It's just, but yeah, one way. We followed the road, old man, and there are like 3-way junction there. So without further like questioning or anything, we just followed the old man. But the old man took a turn to the right, to the right, to the right road. He took a turn to the right junction, and that road was actually so small. The bus could not fit that road, and that road's condition is very bad. It's just stones and dirt and puddles everywhere, plus it's raining. Of course, the bus driver was like, he stopped. He stopped before entering the road. And he honked the old man and asked, "Is this the right way, actually?" And the old man was like, "Yeah, it is actually the right way." But the thing is, the bus driver said, I did not recall that this is the. I cannot recall that this is the actual road. That it was not like this before. So we were so confused at that time. And the old man continued to just remain silent and went back to his motorcycle. But before he took off, he said, "You guys can follow me if you guys want to, but yeah, I'm trying to help you guys, so I'll leave you guys with a choice, either to follow me or not. If you don't want to follow me, get back to that road." He said that, and of course we were so confused. Again, yeah, it was very, very weird. It's very sketchy also, since that old man is like not wearing anything, and that time is like raining, and he's not wet. He's not wet. He's not wearing anything, raincoat, nothing. But he's not wet. That's the weird thing about it. And we stopped there. We're still at that three-way junction. We made a U-turn and went back to the road because we don't want to follow that old man. It's kind of creepy, I must say. But yeah, when we enter the road where we were in before, there's another car. There's another vehicle went towards us, and the vehicle was like I think it was Proton Saga, with two people inside of it. Then we asked for help, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we can help you. No problem. We are from this area, so we know where the place is." And of course, the people in the car, they went to the three-way junction again, which is very weird to us, because first when we went there, there's no three-way junction. Second, when the old man was there, like tried to help us, there was a three-way junction. And then this time, when the vehicle escorted us, still there, and yeah, the three-way junction was there. So we were very confused. And until we arrived at the three-way junction, we took a turn to the left. At the glimpse of our eyes, we saw the old man again on the right side of the road, like on the right junction. But then the junction was not there. It was actually a sharp turn to the left instead. It's not a three-way junction. It was actually the road that I was telling you guys before, like the road where the old man went. It was actually not a road. There's nothing there. It was actually a cliff. And yeah, we were so surprised, we were shocked, we were speechless, everything, mixed feelings, everything is there. Like there's no road, just a cliff. Like imagine if we went there to the cliff, or we followed the old man. Imagine we followed the old man. I don't think that I'll be like telling you guys the story today. But yeah, it is very shocking to us, to the point that when we arrived to the destination finally at 10 p.m. like that, the rain stops. We were actually scared to get off the bus. Like everyone is like, some of the people in the bus crying. I didn't cry because I was so confused. I was so stunned. I'm just speechless. And it was a scary experience to me to think that we might fall into the cliff if we follow that old man, which is like a bunyan kind of thing, like a hallucination kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, um, yeah, it was such a weird encounter, such a sketchy encounter, such a scary encounter, even. Like everything is very, it's to the roof. Like the reaction is all the way to the roof at that time. And when we asked the people at the post-psychocurriculum been like that before, it's something new. Are you guys okay? They even ask us like that. Yeah, we are okay, but I think they're to everyone so that everyone would be aware with the old man. And of course, I think this is very traumatizing to me because I'm not from Kuching. I'm from Cebu. And that's the first time I've ever experienced something like that. I almost went missing and almost like, you know, died or what we call it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all my experience. It's actually it's an actual story that I experienced back then. It is very very and surprising to me. And the fact because every time when I went to about that story. So yeah, I think that's it for me.
That
Thank
actually gave me goosebumps.
you.
Thank you for sharing your story.
If you guys have any question, can ask.
So, the bus driver, does he still, before you finish school, does he still
Guys,
school there?
any
Yeah, does he work there?
feedback or anything, get asked.
Sarah, I think your line is
The bus driver. The old man doesn't have any plate. I don't know. You guys have any?
I am sorry, guys, but we have a bit of an internet connection right now on Sarah's side. Up, she's back. Yeah, I have a question, Sarah. Never mind, her internet's still a bit loosey. Since in the meantime, you got any of you guys got questions?
Yeah. Proceed. What's the
Yeah.
question?
Does the bus driver still works there at your school before you graduated?
I think Sarah lines is quite alright.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so if I would give you like a reaction story for
You went
my part,
there multiple
okay, I think I will continue mine for now. So it was like not like Sarah, they go camping to another place like that, but you can like try us with other of my schoolmates like on Eskagama. Any of you guys know anyone from Eskagama?
No, quite an introvert.
Ah, okay. So for my story, I can say like, after we done with our UPSR, we got like so many spare time at the end of the year before we get our like what can you say the CJ UPSR. So that time my school like usual every year they make camping at school. This one year I don't know about other previous year, but this one year our year the other the other activities just running fine. So about night, you guys know about Burong Hantu or not? It's a game like hide and seek, but you're you will be eye blinded and taken to a random place, and you will sit there for a long amount of time or a certain amount of time before teacher would sound the alarm and you can go back. So this time, no, it not happened to me lah, but you can see. So we start the program Burung Hantu at 10 p.m. So we need to survive there until 11 or 11:30 that time. But it happens to be way lot earlier, I can say, because there's rain. So after it starts raining, teachers start giving the alarm and we gather at the hall. So teacher was counting all the members, not members like all the students. So we're shocked to hear that one of the students are still not yet at the hall. So like this camping, they are set to like a group. Since the camping site was soaky wet, we are gathered, gathered at this like they want to sleep, but the group I think it's other group lah, but one of the student is missing and their group start to panic and teacher like calm down, we will search the entire school for this one, and like 10 minutes or 5 minutes like that pass. First he was not found anywhere at the school, so we like instead of just two of the teachers searching the whole school, they do the group like group mate to stroll around the school. So they finally found the one student that is missing, and it's near the canteen. So to give you like an imaginative of like how far he is from the actual place that we are tend to be placed or to be hidden, he was here is the hall, and you can say there's a set of class you can walk by and just like how can I say it, but I think there's five class or five, I think five, and just at the back of it, at the very back of it, there was the canteen and teacher's office this side. So he was inside the canteen. So one of the teacher just like talk to him and ask him like who brought him here and since he is blindfolded, he can say only the hand feels a little big, but that one is understandable because yeah, we're still a kid. Of course, the hand will feel a little big, but I don't know. They he she also mentioned that the person that brings her here is, I can say, quite what thingy, quite long. I don't know, but that one night, I think the girl is still like traumatized for her life. Just like yet, this one is not my problem, but I still concerned about the student. So that one is my camping experience at Eskagama, and things happens. Okay, back to Emerald.
Thank you for sharing your unexpected story, Nakib. It's, act- it's actually quite gave me quite a few goosebumps because I too go camping. I was in the Scouts. Last time I went camping was at Santubong. Yeah, Santubong National, the mountain near the top of the mountain there. And boy, this was it very scary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a few questions. Um, you that one. Do you plan on going camping after that event? Have you ever went camping?
But I've been to camping once, but just on the first day because then right on the first day itself I made a terrible mistake because I really need back then it was the Red Crescent camp youth camp if I'm not mistaken. I did a terrible mistake because that was because it was the first time I went camping. So you know that people say that oh don't go pee sebarang, you know they say. So I did that one mistake and it took like how half an hour I think before the effect came because then I felt like I kind of feel weird and then like I it was like I got sick or something and then I fainted. So the doctor said well when I got checked by the doctor said it's just maybe because I was tired. So we decided to have me checked by the shaman. Probably shaman, I'm not sure. And he said that because I actually took a bath toilet break on top of somebody's head that time. It was kind of scary. So yeah, I don't think I would go to go camping anytime soon. It really traumatized me a lot.
Yeah, me neither.
But enough. Will you still go camping?
Ah, uh, what's your question again? Can you repeat?
Will you still go camping after what happened?
I would still like to go camping somewhere else, but I think not the place that I was. you know, these things.
Okay then, thank you. Since there are no other questions, then we will proceed to my experience. The story event occurred somewhere in 2019 or 2018. It was around August lah. But she was working at Tabung. like 2 miles reaching at the time. But we're not really chatting with some of her coworkers, just minding her own business. Then suddenly, my brother said that one. She looked a bit uneasy. She looked a bit uneasy and a bit queer, you could say. Not queer, lah. Very uncomfortable. Then that's when it happened. My aunt, she started screaming a bit uncontrollably, you could say. She felt control. And everybody around her, everybody, not around her, lah, but everybody who wasn't associated with her, who was in the building at the time, just she was a bit of a, she started screaming a bit like, screaming crazily. Luckily, my brother and her coworkers were around to comfort her. And she told her what happened. That she felt some hands on her shoulder or something on her shoulder, and whatever that thing was, whatever that thing was, started whispering good nothings into her ear. Good, no- good nothings into her ear. And yeah, she well basically was very um how to say it, social disrupted, like very she became quite ill. She looked very ill. Then she got yeah. Her boss gave her the time off because she wasn't very stable. My mother at the time, she thought like your aunt, going, she's just overreacting like always, and thought she was having a panic attack. Uh, and then so my mom told her, okay, you should just relax. You're probably suffering from a lot of stress from work. And she did started relaxing a bit. And it was, yeah, she started to be okay. Started to be okay from that. She was able to calm down, mood came back, it was okay basically. And nothing happened until it happened again. It happened again. This time it was worse. She couldn't eat, she couldn't sleep, or she wasn't able to sleep properly. Yeah, it was to the point where her children were emotionally distraught. They were very, they were very concerned about her too. And my mom became very concerned at the time. And she basically, my mom tried to do something. I can't, oh yeah, she called sa pata, summoned ka witch doctor, C-I-N, whatever you call it, witch doctor or shaman. And he told my mom to get lots of flowers. What kind of flowers I can't remember, but after all the flowers gone, he basically gave my aunt a mandi bunga, and he started chanting, and told my aunt to start chanting. And after that, yeah, she was basically okay after that. The horror for my aunt ended, but for me and my brothers, it just began. Because my mom, wanted to do some interior decorating, she gave my aunt the idea of going to Santubong to call Imam Kasapa to disenchant her house. And yeah, she lived in Santubong, and as the pictures you can see right now, her house was plopped right next to the jungle. The backyard, jungle, the tepi, lots of jungle. It was so bad that monkeys stole cutlery sometimes from her house. So when we arrived, we started clearing. We started clearing the living room, and you you would that one. You would think the living room would belong in horror movie because it was filled with old pictures, black and white pictures from, well, people that are no longer alive. And then the atmosphere was very oppressive, very gay, very gray as it was like, oh my god. The wall plasters were, well, white. My dad didn't help. So yeah, me and my mother, my brothers, we started cleaning the house up and preparing for the new month. Then came the issue of the top floor. Nobody had lived in the top floor for years, you could say. Ever since ever since my grandma passed away, nobody had lived there. Previously it was my aunt who lived. But yeah, ever since my aunt passed away, she moved down, and nobody had lived upstairs there. Nobody had lived upstairs there in a long time. So me my so my mom told my brother, okay, go and clear up the upstairs for whatever things are left up there. And my brother told, okay, and we'll come here. We also go. And yeah, this entrance to the top floor was really scary. Like me and my brother, we had basically baskets. Was it baskets and plastic backing to go and clear the top floor? And as soon as we got to the stairs, like, this is quite scary. How about we just say, nah, nah, we just already cleared everything. But my mom was adamant that we stuff up there. So when we got to the top floor, it was, oh my god, very decrepit, you see. And how to say it was um very great. Yeah, very great atmosphere, if I'm not correct. There were three rooms. I only remember one of the rooms because I was always in that room. And it was my aunt's room. And it, well, like I said, it was very decrepit. Even in her room was decrepit. One of the wardrobe doors was falling off, you could say. And well, a lot of dust and even a few cobwebs, if I remember correctly. And yeah, at first, like, I was okay, going to clear up some stuff, and there's the old painting I saw when I was still a kid. So yeah, like, I started clearing what was left in the wall, hangers here and there, and then I started hearing some scratching, like mouth scratching. I at first I thought it was just my mind playing tricks on me, ha ha ha. And so I just continued on my job, and then suddenly the door closed. At first I thought, oh my god, it's probably my brother playing tricks on me. Oh no! So I knocked on the door, told him like, ha ha ha. funny. Can you unlock it now?" And he said, like, "What? Why? What was the matter?" And I tried to open the door. Like, it couldn't open. So I started panicking, like, "Oh my god, I'm trapped in a decrepit, what is basically a haunted. This is basically every horror movie in a nutshell. What am I going to do?" So I tried to open the door, I tried to force the door open on my side, and I was quite scared of breaking the door handle, I could say. So I didn't try my luck that much. I didn't try my luck that much because I was scared I would break the door handle and basically my way to escape. My brother, he still tried to open the door, and the scratching, oh god, bless, please no. But and then luckily my uncle was around and he just basically kicked the door open, and he just kicked the door open. I nearly got uh thrown to the side of the door also, and the scratching, it got louder next to my ear. And I was like, "Oh my god, what the heck? Why is this scratching coming from her dresser, my old aunt's cracked dresser?" So I told my brother, uncle. He, my uncle, braver than my brother, opened the dresser, and lo and behold, it was some rats. Rats had nested in the dresser. So I was scared of nothing but rats. But basically, we cleared everything upstairs, thankfully. There's no more incident. Then, yeah, me and my brother, we decided to sleep in a hotel. Yeah, we slept in the hotel at Damai Sinika. Damai, I think it was Damai. Can't remember, too long. But there was, oh my god, there was a wasp hive in the bathroom. But the next day, yeah, we called the Imam Kasapa, disenchant the house, and yeah, voila, everything was clear. So yeah, that was my, you could say, horror experience. Anybody wants to say anything?
So yeah, Emerald, I have one question for you.
Yeah,
So this is your own house, like your own house at Santubong, right? I can.
yeah. We live in Heights Central.
Oh, so after the imam or something like that disenchant the house, did the upstairs room got house again or just leave it be?
Yep, it's completely abandoned. Nobody has ever gone up there in years.
Wow. So I can say what's the point of buying a
Staying upstairs, yeah, even I wonder to this day.
yeah.
I mean, last time I was there was a few doors and paint cans near the stairs entrance. I don't think anybody has been up there in a long time. Oh,
So yeah.
Yeah. Uh, you want to say anything, Sarah, or should I say this one?
I have nothing to say. But yeah, it is pretty scary to me that the house is like, haunted.
So like for the time you stay there, is there any like you can say paranormal activity or sound you hear?
Only the scratching from the rats apparently.
Uh,
I should have known because I've heard rats scratching from my doors, from my floor.
yeah, it's like understandable for most part. For one side, like that time I thought there's something in the cupboard and found out it just was lizard. So that
Huh?
one, the lizard, it crawls around the shelf and I heard it. Not a ghost or anything.
Oh wait, somebody has a story to share. Let me read. So Pins has a story to share, and he or she uh, talking about how. Okay, let me read it out. So this one time, his parents went on a honeymoon. So basically, I was haunted by my late sister's doll. That doll was like 3 years old since my sister died, and that whole week the doll haunted me. Like during night, the doll always appears in front of my door. I hear it knocking at night. Did you throw away the dolphins, or did you just leave it there? Oh, you burned it. So, uh, like Annabelle style. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. Any other questions?
I think there's no question from us. No other comment?
Another comment?
Oh wait, there's also a one from Eleanor's Hunter.
Oh, where is it? I think I might have missed it.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll read it for
Okay. In the meantime, please everybody kindly click on the form that just been distributed, the feedback form. Thank you very much for joining. But before we end, let us hear um, Eleanor's Hunter's story.
yes. Actually, for this one, he said that it happened last year but rolling outside the house and chatting with the neighbors. He said, as according to him, he said that we as in him and the grandpa, of course, and also the neighbors, I think, based on what he commented here, saw a. Do you guys know the thing that they call mata hantu? Like the either it could be red or it could be maybe other color that flying past that always fly past people or something like that. That when they said like when it's near it looks small, but when it's far away it looks big. And if it's red, it's sort of like it saw you. I think that's what they call the matantu, and they say it passed them. And him and the neighbors and the grandpa eventually, like immediately went home. And I suppose that was the last time they saw it. Of course, it seems like a long time. Is what I deducted from his story. So yeah, Ellen, is the color of the ghost eye was red? Oh, it's red. Oh wow, did you guys do anything about it? They say if it's red, like they saw the thing saw you, right? So it's just kind of it worries me that oh yeah, I think it's oh you guys did something about it then. Yeah, that's great now because I don't have to worry one of our viewers in trouble right now. So yeah, Eleanor Santa, I hope you never had to see the Mata Hantu again. Alright, so I guess that's one of the stories that our viewers sent us. Anyone has any more stories?
Wait, Levina, you said Mata Hantu is like light things, right? Like one dot.
Yes, according to what I heard from people so far, well, basically the old people, it's like an orb, like a glowy orb thingy that like sort of floating around,
Yeah.
flying somewhere. Yeah, that one. I also have seen this thing before. I think it was when I was in secondary school. So I've seen it, and which is why I was worried, because back then it's not red. And I heard that when it turns red, it means that the thing saw you. So that's why I asked Ella Nuris if it was red. And yeah, it is. Oh, don't scare me. Who at the behind? Don't tell me.
So like Lavina story like when he said
Hmm?
Mata Hantu, yeah, like the orb thingy, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So that actually caught my attention because I can say like when I was asrama for SPM 1 month before
Oh.
SPM we at SMK Agama were forced to not forced but me and my friend agreed to go to asrama and stay there for that 1 month so we can study together all night. So that time after we like finish study from the library and stuff, I was about to go to my room. So this asrama was three three story high. So our room is at the corner of the building and it's near the stairwell. So you can see the upside view. There's a tree up there. You can see something like not something, just trees. So that one, my friend already got up. So I was just about to go up, and I see like just there at the view. Well, you can say that the trees view. So I can see like there's an orb, a tiny orb, floating around. So I was like, maybe my eyes playing tricks on me, or it was something else. But I'm pretty sure that I just say to myself that time it was just my eye making like particles around so I can like focus on something. So I just got up and I didn't like after I got up to my room, I didn't like tell the story right right at that point, but just like multiple days after that. So I was staring at the same place. I see the orb again and again and again after each day. So I just like say to my friend when we're making like a group discussion that time at night. Asrama living how it was.
Mm.
So we're like discussing in a group, telling stories about scary stories and stuff. I don't have much to say at that time, so I just mentioned that if you guys go upstairs, right? Do you guys see like? Do you guys notice there's an orb flying around by? I didn't, I didn't say it like that, of course, but yeah, the story goes that way. So they like surprisingly they have experienced the same thing. So the Form 6, like our seniors said that the things that you said just last time, but he didn't mention that it was mata hantu thing. He just mentioned that if you see that thing, just look away. Don't like give him attention, him or it attention. So yeah, of course I didn't listen, and just every night I just see that thing floating around. It never hurt everybody or doing something. So yeah, we're just cool with it. So I can say that that's pretty much my experience for that one.
Did you notice the color though? No?
Thank you for your experience.
I I don't think I see colors. That's
Ah,
why I think my eyes is
I see.
making illusions or something, because I just see white thing floating around, and yeah, just floating around, doing no harm. So we're okay with it.
I guess as long as no one gets harmed, I think yeah. Better don't disturb them lah.
Yeah, but I still confused why the senior said like if you seen it one, just ignore it the other time. The thing
Because it
is,
makes it
yeah, yeah.
maybe because they can sense your if you get scared or something.
I think because
Yeah.
when I go upstairs after we talk about that, so one of my friend want to go down, right? So he take one like one of us to accompany her. Not her, him to accompany him downstairs. And I just mentioned about the story and mentioned it again outside. So he was like, uh, allow me to speak in Malay this time, because I don't know how to translate this one. So he's like, apa hal kau cakap benda ni kat bawah? Apa kalau kat dalam bilik tu boleh lah, tapi dekat luar jangan. So I was like, yeah, sure bro, my mouth is a little salty that time, but yeah, I think it's for the best that he warned me. So that's all my
Yeah, it's,
part for that one.
yeah, that's quite a good advice from your who gave the advice again? The senior, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good advice actually because it maybe because then we won't attract so much attention from the thing that you see, like yeah, to prevent more future experience with those kind of thing. So yeah, it was a good idea, a good advice from them.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so
okay.
yeah. So there's this one question. Wait, no. There's one story in the comment section by MKM Dog. So they said, actually, there's one time I was downstairs alone, like 3 a.m. midnight, and I heard someone is knocking on the door. I was not aware at first since I thought it was my cat, so I ignored that. But after that, I heard it twice or thrice and more. The knocking sound was like 3 seconds one time. I opened the curtain and I actually saw a creepy face staring at me. Oh wow. I literally just screamed and rushed to upstairs. All my family members woke up and scolded me. But when I told them what happened, no one believed me and the face is not there anymore. After that, I never stay downstairs alone midnight. Maybe it was just me too tired or that's really something else. No one knows. Indeed, no one knows. So, based on your experience, did you still like believe in it? You saw it detail? Is the face, you can see the face of the creepy ghost? It was quite scary to me since it's midnight. You up until 3 a.m. at midnight. Wow. Oh yeah, by the way, Sarah is back.
Interesting story, MTM Doc. I've had something similar, you could say, at around, it was, oh my god, so long ago, so, but it was around 3 o'clock or something like that. Blurry face. Oh.
Detail
But
a
yeah,
blurry, creepy face. Yeah.
yeah, but my, it was around 3 o'clock, so I was playing games around 3 o'clock, was it? 3 or 4. But yeah, I was playing the games in the living room, then suddenly I heard some knocking. Pop, 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 pop. I thought like, oh, what the heck? Knocking at 3 o'clock in the morning, what the heck? And the knocking didn't stop. It's like, bang, 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 bang. I was like, what the heck? Then I saw a face. A face appeared in the window of the door. And I got really terrified. Two big round eyes. Two big eyes. Okay. Then I got terrified because like, oh my god, this could be an intruder, a home intruder, something like that. So I ran upstairs and just grabbed whatever things I could, just in case that person would break in or whatever. Then I waited for a while. Suddenly my cat sounded like it was dying. I was like, oh my god, this person might be already in, killing my cat. So I decided to go downstairs, and turns out my cat was just going insane, and the face on the door was just a leaf, just a leaf. But yeah, that scared me, and I will never ever play games in the living room at 3 o'clock. Anything else? Anybody else have any stories to share?
Yeah, I think that's all the story from the comment and but from us.
Yeah, any other stories? If not, then I think we can basically call it a day. Yeah, we thank you everybody for coming. Thank you so much for staying with us and hearing all of our stories. Please remember to fill in the feedback form. Here it is. Also, thank you very much, everybody. I think is the end.
Yeah, everyone, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to us while you can. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to us. Don't worry, I'm still here. Sarah is still here.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Hope you have a great night sleeping. Well, try to. Okay then. Bye.